friends! Look, this is my new crochet pattern. It's a turban or headband. I use the single crochet and the puff stitch. I made it in the center. I made 3 parts the same, and after this I made the braid. Like this single crochet is not so stretched, I must make a little more longer my headband or turban. This size is for teenagers and for us the adults. Later I will give you the size approximately for that you can make for the size that you prefer. For that my puff stitch is in the center, I use odd numbers. So, in every part I have 7 stitches. Altogether are 21 stitches. I begin for the base and after this I divide in 3 parts. And at the end, when I have the long that I want, I join again to the base. It's a nice turban or headband that you can make with all the yarns in all the colors and for all the sizes. For make this turban, I use the hook number 3,50 millimeters, yarn of acrylic, it's a little teeny. Approximately I use 40 grams. I will use 2 needles for sew the yarn and 1 scissors. So now we will learn to make this beautiful turban or headband. This headband has 21 single crochet. For that I have 21 single crochet, I made 20 chains plus 2 chains. These 2 chains are the first single crochet. This is the technique that I use for make my chains. The second pass for the first, yarn over, and here I make the first chain, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 19 and 20 chains. Plus I make 2 chains like the first single crochet. And I insert the hook into the third chain. And here I will make the first single crochet. I insert the hook, yarn over, I bring 1 loop, yarn over, and I pass through 2 loops. This is the single crochet, punto bajo or punto medio en español. The chains of the beginnings are the first single crochet. So now I have 2 single crochet. And now into the next stitch I make the third single crochet. 4 single crochet. And I must have 21 single crochet. Here I make in the last stitch the 21 single crochet. And we have ready our first row. I will tell you how many centimeters I have here. Approximately 13 centimeters. For begin the second row, I make 1 chain like the first single crochet. We turn the crochet work, and when the yarn of the begin is in the right side, for me this is the front of my work. We skip the first stitch because this is the place of the first chain, and we go into the next stitch. I catch 2 yarns, and here I begin to make the single crochet. This is the second. Look where I make the single crochet. The single crochet is little. For this I try always to count for to know how many single crochet I have, for that my work is uniform. Here only I will make the 21 single crochet. This is the number 20, and in the edge I cut 2 stitches and I made the last single crochet. 1 chain like the first single crochet, we turn the crochet work and I will make the third row. We skip the first stitch and we go into the second and we make the second single crochet. Like this, my borders are uniform. Here I make the 20 single crochet and into the edge I make the 21 single crochet. For begin the 4th row, I make 1 chain, we turn the crochet work and I repeat all the stitches. I make the 4 and the 5 row and I am back for show you how I divide my headband. Here almost I finished the 5 row of single crochet. Here I make the 21 single crochet. I make 1 chain like the first single crochet and we turn the crochet work. Here I will divide my headband in 3 parts. So every part must have the same number of stitches, 7, 14 and 21. If you want a little teeny, you can make 5 in every part. So altogether 15 stitches. Always we must make odd number because I want that the puff stitch is in the center of every part. So it's 3 single crochet in the right, 3 in the left, and 1 puff stitch in the center. This is altogether 7 stitches. I let you a table with the possible numbers that you can use for make your headband. Here I will make the division of my turban. Here I have 1 chain, that is the first single crochet. Into the next stitch I make the second, the third. Look where I make the single crochet. Always I catch 2 yarns. This is the front of my work and I will make 7 single crochet. 6 and 7 single crochet. Now I make 1 chain like the first single crochet, we turn the crochet work, and here I only will make the 7 single crochet. We skip the first stitch and we go into the next and we begin to make the single crochet. 4, 5, 6, and into the edge the 7 single crochet. This is the second row. You must write always 4 to know how many rows you make. 1 chain, we turn the crochet work, we skip the first, and we make the 7 single crochet. This is the third row. You must make the other parts the same. Into the edge I make the last single crochet. 1 chain, we turn the crochet work, and this is the 4th row. And we make only the 7 single crochet. Single crochet, punto medio or punto bajo en español. And the last 7 single crochet. 1 chain, we turn the crochet work, and here in this 5 row I will make the first puff stitch. We go into the next, I must make 3 single crochet. Here I make the second, and here I make the third single crochet. The puff stitch must to be in the center of this part. This is the third, and here in the fourth stitch I will make the puff stitch. Yarn over, we insert into the stitch. Yarn over, we bring one loop. We let a little loose the yarn. Yarn over, we insert the second time, we bring one loop. Yarn over the third time, we insert and we bring one loop. Yarn over and we enter and we bring the fourth times the yarn into the hook. Yarn over and I will pass through all the stitches less one. We pass the yarn and now I have two loops. Yarn over and we pass for the last two stitches and we pull a little the yarn. And this is the first puff stitch. Now only I must make the 3 single crochet of the row. 3, 3, 6 and 1 puff stitch, 7 stitches. For this I must have odd numbers for that the puff stitch is into the center. This is the second and into the edge the third single crochet. And ready. One chain like the first single crochet and we turn the crochet work. And here this is the first row after the puff stitch. I make the second single crochet, the third single crochet, and over the puff stitch I make the fourth single crochet, 5, 6, and into the edge the 7 single crochet. So after the puff stitch, this is the first row. I made 6 rows between every puff stitches. You can make the rows that you prefer, but always must be the same rows. Here I make one chain, we turn the crochet work, and I must make the second row with the 7 single crochet. One chain. For begin the next row, we turn the crochet work, and I must make the third, the 4 for the front, the 5 for the reverse, and in the 6th row I must make again the puff stitch. So I will make these rows and I will back for make again the puff stitch. Here I finish the 5 row. I am into the reverse. I make the last 7 single crochet, one chain like the first single crochet, and here I will make the puff stitch. Here I have one single crochet, so into the next I make the second and the third single crochet. Yarn over because I will make the puff stitch in the 4th stitch. We insert the hook, we bring one loop, a little loose for that is more easy make the puff stitch. Yarn over, we insert into the same stitch, we bring another loop. Yarn over, we insert, we bring one loop, this is 3 times. Yarn over, we insert, we bring, and this is the 4th time. Yarn over and we pass for all, less for one. Now we have 2 loops. Yarn over and we pass for the last 2 stitches. And we pull a little. And here I must make only the 3 single crochet. 1, 2, and in the edge the 3rd single crochet. And ready, we made the second puff stitch. So now only you must repeat all the rows between every puff stitch. until that you have the long that you prefer of your headband. When you have ready the first part, you must make the second part with the 7 stitches and repeat all the steps that we made. The 3 parts we must make the same. Now I have the video advanced, and here I left you a table with the size approximately. I have advanced my turban or headband. They have the same long and the same rows. I have 17 puff stitch in every part, and I made 4 rows of single crochet, and after this I close for the front of my headband, but I will show you how to make. Now I will make the 7 single crochet of the third part. From the last stitch of the second part I go into the next. I make the same in the second part of my headband. I pass the yarn, make 1 chain and another chain like the first single crochet. The first chain is for join only. And here I must have again the 7 single crochet. This is the same that you must make in the second and the third part. When I have the 7, I make 1 chain like the first single crochet. We skip the first and we go into the next stitch. This is the second row of 7 single crochet. Here I make the last 7 single crochet, 1 chain, we turn the crochet work, and before I made the first puff stitch, I made 4 rows of single crochet, so I must make the same. And again, I repeat the single crochet. One chain for begin the next row, we turn the crochet work, and we repeat the 7 single crochet. This is the same that I made in the first part of my turban or headband. Again, 1 chain like the first single crochet, and we turn the crochet work. And now we are again into the front, and I will make the puff stitch. So I must make the second single crochet, the third single crochet, and the puff stitch into the next stitch. Yarn over, and we must insert into the stitch 4 times. Yarn over, we bring 1 loop, yarn over, we bring 1 loop, yarn over, and we insert into the stitch 4 times, yarn over, we pass for all the stitches, let's for 1, yarn over, I pull a little, and we close the last 2 loops. And we continue making the single crochet, 3 single crochet. And now we repeat all the stitches that I made in the first part. So now I will make the same long of the first and the second part. Now I have ready the 3 parts of my turban. The 3 parts have the 7 single crochet, 17 puff stitches, punto piña or punto puff en español. After the last puff stitch, I make 4 rows of the single crochet, and for the front, like here, I will close the thread. I make the last single crochet in the edge, into the edge. And I finish. I open the last stitch and I pass the yarn that I cut into this stitch and I pull a little and push for that my work is uniform. You must close the same the three parts or the two parts. Here I have of long approximately 55 centimeters of long. I make a little longer my headband because when I make the braid it's not so long. Here from wide I have approximately 13 centimeters. So now I will make the braid. I will help me here with this glass and with the front of my work where are the puff stitch I will begin to make the braid. So from the left to the center, from the right to the center, from the left to the center, from the right to the center, and I will continue making until that I finish the braid. Now I almost have ready my braid. I tried to make a little good the three parts. These three parts I must join with the base. I turn and front with front I will join with one single crochet. I only will make the single crochet with one of the yarn, only with one. I will use again my hook number 3,50 millimeters. I pass into the stitch and in front into the edge. I insert the hook, I pass the yarn into the back and I will make one slip stitch, again one chain like the first single crochet. And we must insert the hook in every stitch in the 7 stitches and in front I will make one single crochet. All the stitches must coincide. Coincidir en español. Here almost I finished to join the three parts in my base. And here I find the edge and front in front I will make my single crochet and ready. This is super nice, this single crochet. This is the back of my turban. Now I pass again the yarn, cut the yarn, and I will finish to pass this yarn into the last stitch. Like this you close all the threads in crochet. I turn my crochet work and now you can see your headband. This is the base that is for the back of our head. And you can make better our braid. You can cut the rest of the yarns. And now I will show you how to sew one of the yarns. For the reverse of my work, I start to sew. I make one loop and into this loop I pass the needle. This is for that my work is more secure. For that my sew is more secure. So I start to pass into the single crochet and look, the needle you don't see into the front. It's only in the center of the stitch. And like this you must sew all the yarns of our turban. And we have ready our beautiful turban. It's very nice and easy to make. I want to invite you to subscribe here in my channel, Maricita Colors in English. It's totally free. Remember, activate the bell for that you receive all the posts when I have a new video. You can find me too in Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Pinterest. If you like this video, you can share it with your family and friends and give one like. Thank you very much to all the people that always write me. And we see us in my next crochet or knitting pattern. Ciao, ciao!